Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More. A lot of you may recognize this house. It is the foundation house. And the dog next door does not like us here. But this is the property we bought. It has a really bad foundation. I've showed it to you before. Everyone keeps asking me for an update, so I thought I would tell you what I know right now, which is not much, unfortunately. So we had some mix-ups on getting this foundation looked at and solid information put in place. So we'll talk about that. Of course, check out Invest for More. We have many more videos on our different flips. We have 13 going now, rental properties, all that good stuff. This house I bought from a wholesaler for $230,000. And the comps in this neighborhood say it's worth over $400,000. So that's why I was willing to take a risk on this one. You can see the door has an automatic closing function. Not because there's a spring on it, but because the house is that unlevel. So this house has a really bad foundation. It slopes, I think they said like 6 inches from one side to the other. And you can see right there, the cabinets are just really wonky and crazy. So that's why we bought the house. We knew it was a really good deal. And I kind of took a chance hoping that we could fix the foundation for less than $50,000. Even if we have to do it for more than that, I think we'll still be okay. But we have a lot of room. And the house really isn't that bad, except for the foundation. And the fact we probably have to tear out most of the basement, which we will show you here soon. So the holdup has been the soil report. So we had our foundation come out here. They said it was really bad. So then we had the engineer come out. He also said it was really bad. But he's like, I can't give you any suggestions or any ideas on what to do until we get a soil report. So we talked to 3 different companies to try and get a soil report. One of them would not go into Larimer County where we are. One of them would not do soil reports in this subdivision because apparently they're worried about liability. So now we learned probably not to buy houses in this subdivision again. And then another one was too busy. Finally, we found a company that would do a soil report for us. And they said it would be like 8 weeks. So we're like, okay, fine. So we waited around, ordered that a few months ago. And then it'd been like 6-7 weeks. And I'm like, hey, we heard anything from that soil report yet? Hoping it'd be in early. And we checked on it. Turns out the soil report company says, oh, we didn't know you wanted to do it for sure. We didn't have it down on our schedule. So we had to wait another 8 weeks for it to get ordered. We are still waiting on that soil report, which hopefully will be done here in the next week or two. However, as many of you know, we're in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, and that might delay things. So we'll see. I'm hoping, construction, maintenance, real estate is still allowed in Colorado. It is considered an essential business. So we need to double check with the soil report company, but I believe they're still working and hopefully they can still get it done in a short amount of time. In the meantime, I can give you a video that shows the house looking exactly the same as it looked before. However, we can show you a few more things. The garage, there was a Corvette in here when I bought it, but they did say they would come get it. And they did come get it, as you can see. But, I mean, this is a great little extra garage. Fantastic for another car. And something else we discovered today, we'd never been in that shed over there before. And there were a few things in it that were actually worthwhile. Nothing amazing, but, I've gotten something out of this house. It hasn't just sat here the entire time. I got a little sledgehammer, I got a giant wrench, and Nikki got a little camping cooler that we pulled out already. But they did leave some stuff in here. Quite a bit of tools. Not sure if any of them work. An air compressor, don't know if that works. Some stuff, and of course, the awesome skylight in the shed. All right, so now we'll show you the basement. It looks the same, but it's still interesting seeing it every time and how crazy it looks. They did list a house down the street. You know, we came over here, make sure the house is still okay, hasn't been broken into, nothing crazy going on with it, which sometimes happens with vacant houses. And we saw for sale sign, so check that out. And that house is for sale and under contract for $325,000. Went under contract right away, and it has no basement. So it's only 1,300 square feet, so this house is bigger and has a full basement, but that one did not mention any crazy foundation problems. So that would show that our price of $400, hopefully more than $400, is accurate if we can get all this taken care of. But you can see just, you know, issues all over the basement, big cracks. This floor is bowing up significantly. I don't know if you can see it. You can see they've replaced it before, and it's just kept doing it. And when we got the engineer out here to look at it, he did not say we have to tear out the entire walls and redo the entire foundation. He did not think that would have to be done, so that was a good sign. He was hoping that depending on the soil report, you know, we could, you know, sister some of the walls, maybe you have to redo some of the walls, but not all of them. So that would be great news. We'll see what happens for sure once we get that. But in the meantime, we're just waiting. You can see, you know, some of those are really bad when you can see outside. And then the worst rooms are over on this side. This one, you can see it's even on top, and then there's a good 2.5 inch gap at the bottom, and these walls are still moving in on the top. So, yeah. Not sure exactly how all that happened, but, and they did say too, there's rebar in there. See, you can see the rebar. So that actually was a good sign, or maybe not. If there wasn't rebar, then we know they just poured the foundation wrong. Since there is rebar, it means that the soil's really bad maybe. So I don't know what's better. But we're just hoping once we get that soil report and everything, another air compressor, that we don't have to redo everything. We can get to work on it and get this house moving. So, I mean, obviously, most of this basement is probably gonna have to come out, and we can either sell it just as an unfinished basement, or decide if we want to finish it or not. And this is a really bad room too. In the past, for the most part, we've just sold houses as unfinished basements, just because usually the cost and time it takes to finish the basement is not worthwhile. We don't get as much return back from that as we would if we just sold it with an unfinished basement. And having the unfinished basement will still add a lot more value than the other property that has no basement at all. Wiping cobwebs off my face. So that is the house. That's our predicament where we're at right now. We shall see what the soil report says. Obviously, we know it's not going to be great based on the foundation and based on the fact one of the other soil report companies would not even do it in this neighborhood. But other houses are here. None of the houses have fallen down, so I mean, that's a really good sign. And this one's still standing, so we've got that going for us. All right, thanks for watching. Love all the likes. Please hit that like button. Love all the comments. Love all the subscribers. Keep it coming, and we'll be back with more videos soon.